What's happening? It's Princess with Millennials versus the world.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy K.Mims.
It's Asia. It's your girl Brittany here.
We're here with social interviews in the Miami podcast party stop. I'm here with
Erica, Shay,
Kasia,
Jordan, Greg,
Nikki,
Demo,
Mike,
Kirsten,
Jew,
Kelly.
So my first question to you is...
Here we go.
I know, so we're going to restart.
oh brother,
Great relationship, bad sex, or bad relationship and great sex?
Oh my God.
oh my.
I don't know. That one's hard.
I'll go with the good relationship. You can teach somebody eventually, so I'll go with the good relationship and then eventually teach them.
This is gonna sound really bad, but I need the good sex. I'm sorry.
With a terrible relationship.
Define terrible.
I say good relationship, bad sex, because there's other things that can facilitate. I know that's gonna be a tough one, but I don't know if I could deal with a bad relationship. At least in the place that I'm at right now, no.
I think we can work on the other part, like the good relationship part. We can work on that.
Okay.
But the sex has to be, that's it. It's like,
So no matter what happens, the sex has to be on point.
I have to be taken care of.
I'm going to say great relationship, bad sex. Okay. Yeah. Now what you think? That's a good answer. Final answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Bad relationship, great sex. Okay. Do you think that good sex can outweigh the bad things that go on in relationships?
Nah, not necessarily, but I think you work on a bad relationship.
A great relationship with bad sex.
And why?
I mean, if I'm in a relationship with that person, that means they're my person. Sex is not everything in a relationship. That's probably to me, maybe 10%.
10?
About 10. I mean,
Damn, that's low. This ain't my interview.
Look, as long as I gotta do what I gotta do to get my nut, I'm fine.
Oh my God. Authenticity and entertainment.
You argue every other day. He doesn't understand you, but when it get down to the get down, it's really good.
If we argue, and then we get to make up with the good sex, right?
Come on now, dog. Okay.
So if it's just arguing, then that's not that bad.
So you approving toxicity?
Old Erica approves of toxicity.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Newfound growing Erica should be like, no, that's not necessary. But I don't necessarily want peace and then I'm bored at the same time. If that makes sense.
So you're not choosing peace, to be clear.
Got him! Got him!
I want peace, but I want the peace to have good sex with it.
Okay, that's fair.
What is the simplest first date that you would plan?
Beach date.
Oh, you trying to see them in their bathing suit? Got it.
Stop the cap.
I think something simple is like a comedy show. That's simple.
Okay.
A bookstore date. Coffee and books. Coffee and books. Yes, perfect date.
Definitely not doing coffee dates.
Coffee and books.
The way I see it, if I'm coming dressed to the nines, doing my makeup, doing my hair, that costs. So I want at least a return on interest when I'm going out with you. So if I'm making all the effort and preparation to come see you, I would at least have some investment in the date. So yeah, a nice picnic, something you put together, that'd probably be a date I would do.
I like competition, so we could probably go to Dave and Buster's. Something simple and easy, go bowling. So I can at least have enough time to at least talk to you, see where your mind at. There's no distractions, talk a little trash and then see where you go from there.
Okay.
I'm fine with going out for a coffee, a dinner, something simple. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be Prime 112, none of that. Right. We can go to Applebee's, but it's all about the connection.
You probably go to the park.
Okay. Like a picnic or just like a walk around the park?
Walk around the park.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. That's a good way to get to know someone.
I'm not really picky, but I would like a man to put in some effort. I'm not really picky, honestly. The one thing I would say, that's actually a really good question, thinking about it, cater to my needs. I'm not always in a rush to go on a date right away if I meet someone new. Just trying to get to know what I like. Like, I like live music, I like outdoor events. It doesn't have to cost a lot, but just get to know me a little bit. I'd rather wait and us build a solid connection, and then you take me out somewhere really like low key and nice than to like rush to take me to dinner somewhere fancy.
Do you feel like marriage is still the goal for most millennials?
No.
Why not?
And you say for millennials, and it should be the goal. But I think people just want to be happy, whatever that looks like, whether they're married or not. People are having kids without being married. So I don't think it's something that needs to happen for people. I'm just not one of those people. I like commitment. I like relationship. I love marriage. I'm a fan of it. But some people, they're just like, if it's not what I want, I'm done with it and I don't need it. Okay. But that's not me.
I wouldn't say it's the goal for our generation, mainly because a good amount of us didn't grow up in, a 2-parent household or just like a stable family environment. So a lot of times, you might have nuances with people, wanting to be married, not wanting to be married. So it's really just, a preference thing nowadays. So
that's good. Yeah. So it's more like if it happens, it happens, but it's not like it has to happen.
Right.
I think it is for some. I think a lot of millennials these days, everybody got different mindsets, everybody got different perspectives and experiences. So some people don't want to be married at all, and you have a group of people that do. So I think it's mixed. But I definitely think millennials want to get married.
Okay.
No.
And why do you say that?
I wish it was. For me it is, but realistically nowadays I don't see that as the goal for a lot of people.
And what do you think has changed that?
Oof. Social media?
I probably would have to agree with you on that.
I think it's a goal, but they don't understand what comes with it. They're very idealistic. They don't really understand the ins and outs of a marriage. I think mostly because not having seen healthy and successful relationships and marriages, so they don't quite understand what it entails. So they come in with a misconception in terms of what's gonna make that.
Okay, hey, salute. Hey, great answers, bro.
I think right now in this climate, especially how dating's going with the dating apps and everything like that, at least speaking with my friends, like the dynamics have kind of changed. I feel like now women, they're more educated. They're making sure they have stuff for themselves. Yeah. So it's like, if they are gonna date, you really have to be bringing something to the table for sure as a man, because all the things you're gonna come and tell me you're doing, I'm more than likely can do for myself. So, for me, I'm not opposed to marriage, but if I'm open to it, it has to be with the right person. Right. For sure.
Would you ever say, I object at a wedding, even though you were invited and you disagree with the spouse? Would you actually object in the wedding that you're invited to?
If it's somebody that I love and care for, like a dear friend or a relative, then I might be able to speak up and say, hey, y'all know this ain't right. Like if I know something is not right and I know that people are just trying to skim over it, like it's nothing, then I might say something. But if it's just, hey, you choose your bed to sleep in, then hey, if you like it, I love it.
But you would say it at the wedding, like, I object.
If it's something dirty and bad and people just trying to skim over, or like if I know the bride or the groom doesn't know and I know something, I'm like, hey, all right, by the way, this is going on. But other than that, my name is Ben and I ain't in it.
So you come to a wedding, you will. So what if you are at the wedding and you may not agree with the marriage itself? How would you handle that when they say, if anybody objects, say something now? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think at that point you should have done so way before the wedding.
Okay, respect.
I always wanted to do that, but realistically,
wait, you wanted to do it or be at a wedding that it happened?
Both.
Shout the season.
Why would you want to do that?
I want to go to a random wedding and just do it. Nobody know me there, but I'm just.
That's crazy. Would you crash a wedding?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, Wedding Crashers. Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Why not?
Because the wedding is not for me.
That's such a great answer, a nice sentimental answer.
I got an objection, but I'm gonna say yes, especially if it's a case where it's like completely off. Like if I know something that I know the other person doesn't know, I might not have had the time to communicate with them. I don't think it's something wrong with throwing out an objection. I know it might ruffle some feathers. This is not a relationship I'm thinking gonna last, but yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
What is the craziest sex taboo you've ever heard?
Oh. Taboo, you mean, what do you mean by taboo?
What's the wildest sex fantasy? I consider taboo fantasy.
Yes, okay.
So what's the wildest sex fantasy you've heard?
I mean, I'm not a prude, but like I don't really have one. Like I don't really know. I mean, you know, doing it in front of somebody, like in front of an audience, maybe, or maybe multiple people, threesomes, foursomes, whatever. That's a little risque for me. I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't say I've heard of anything that's been like too crazy. But like I guess that would be like at the top of mine.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, say it, Bo.
I want to say gangbangs, but I think that's always been a thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'll say this, man. Last night we heard about nugget. Y'all know what nuggets are in the sex world?
Stop it. Get some help.
The first thing that come to mind is that white women don't have no type of gay, like the Becky reality. Like,
what is that?
She is an eater. If you know what I mean.
So are you speaking generally or from personal experience?
No. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't do the swirl. I apologize. No disrespect. That's a preference, but nah. That's like I said. That's why I say it's a taboo because I don't know. Yeah. But hey,
trying to find out.
What do you think women misread most about men?
Hey, probably communication, because a lot of times we might not want to communicate and you think that we want to communicate, or you think that we're saying more than we're actually saying, when a lot of times you might have to just take us for face value. So yeah, I'll just say communication is usually the biggest thing there.
So we should stop investigating?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well,
intentions.
That's a good one. 5 minutes later.
Intentions.
Good answer. We had someone else that said intentions.
I think women overthink a bit. I found that men are actually really, really simple. A lot of times we overcomplicate things, or we're just honestly like not willing to do the simple things to maintain a relationship. Sometimes we either overthink or we're just not willing to put in effort. And when it comes to men, I think men should learn to be a little bit more emotionally intuitive. Understand that we're emotional creatures and just like heighten their emotional intelligence a little bit.
Y'all heard her. Heighten your emotional intelligence, men.
If I'm talking with you and engaging with you and like making contact, I'm low-key flirting.
Okay.
Like I can talk to you, but if I'm talking to you and I'm touching you and this, you know, all this extra stuff, then that's low-key like me throwing it up in the air like I'm interested.
Okay.
what's the longest that you would wait for a man that you like to ask you out on a first date?
Let's see. A month, maybe? That's fair.
Solid 30 days, I get it. Yeah. Figure out if you really want to go on the date anyway. I get that. Okay.
You said the longest?
Yeah, what's the longest you will wait? If you like her, what's the longest you'll wait?
If you should know off rip, like from the beginning, I'll say at least a week. So I'll say that give you enough time to at least see how they are, see what their vibes is. If you can't get about a week, then move on to the next, for real.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
As long as we actually are having consistent conversation, like consistent communication, I'd probably say like 1 to 2 weeks, especially depending on my schedule, honestly.
If I just met her, probably a couple of hours.
That caught me off guard. I didn't. Because, yeah. Say that again.
You gotta live for today. The next day ain't promised.
That's very much so true. That answer shocked me. It really did.
Man, look, man, this your boy K. Mills, man. Appreciate you answering the questions, man. We out.
Thanks, y'all, for listening. Thank you for answering. And we will see y'all on the next social interview. Bye.
I think that's a wrap. Millennials versus the world. We out.
All right, y'all heard it here first. We out.